week's episode of Dose of Doris, I have a question for you. Is it easier to give into your ego or stand in your power? Well, if you answered stand in your power, you've answered correctly. So let's talk more about inner power and how it is actually easier to achieve it than you think. But first, we need to understand what is power. Power can be divided in two main categories, inner power and external power. Internal power includes personal courage, strength of character, discipline, and spiritual stillness. External power, which is mainly the power of the ego, and remember what I always say about the ego will always lead you down a path of doom and gloom. It is not good. So external power includes financial influence, both corporate and private, politic power, and influence. So just think of it this way. The ego-driven mind is rooted in the need to feel superior to others. I just think I just described a narcissist. Power allows you to harbor the illusion that you are more important than others. To the ego, securing a position above others is a valuable prize. And if you've ever experienced, again, a narcissist, you know all about their ego, about their need for control and validation. Oh my God, they love to have validation because they're so insecure. Whole different episode. I promise I'll do it. I promise. And just to tap into it a little bit deeper, the main thought of the ego is you are not allowed to die. You are forever living. So it does everything in its power to stay in existence. So we spend millions of dollars trying to make this ego feel special, trying to make it feel as if it's superior, as it wants to. We dramatize our manifestations through this ego's opinion. And it doesn't even matter. This ego opinion doesn't even matter. So the ego keeps us stuck doing things that we're not supposed to be doing and we shouldn't be doing. It's a distraction from our soul's desire and what the soul is urging us to do. So think of it as a devil on one shoulder and an angel on the other. So I guess it's I guess what I'm trying to say is that it's easier to stand in power. And how to do that is that you need to know that your soul will always win. The soul always wins. And I urge you to watch episode 101. This is a very important episode. It was just a few weeks ago. 101, Paper Doesn't Lie. And practice the steps in that video. Because after you do, you will feel a shift. I can't describe the shift because everybody's going to have a different spiritual shift, but you will feel a shift and it will start tapping into your soul because in that episode, you're making a declaration to yourself. It's so powerful. And the example that I used, I am seeing the benefits of it right now in my 3D life. And what it's doing is when you go to Paper Doesn't Lie, it's like an ego death in a way, a very slow transition to the ego death, but it's less ego and more soul-based. And believe me when I say this to you, you must, and I'm going to say it again, you must start doing soul things and not live as a prisoner of the opinions and the expressions through the ego. The ego will never, and I'm going to say this again, never be satisfied. It will always want more. It will always be empty, just like that example I gave you of a narcissist. It will always be empty. And why would you want to be the servant of a mind instead of being the master of your actions? And when we start, again, living through the soul, as the soul always wins, you will experience life so differently and it will make your heart sing. It will start to bloom. And isn't that oh so glamorous? I hope this week's episode has helped you. And as always, thank you for watching. If you're looking for additional inspiration, please visit my personal website, 𝒟𝑜𝓇𝒾𝓈.com. And until we meet next time, remember to always stay glamorous.